morning, everybody. How are you? The devilishly handsome Ian Dixon. Good morning, sir.
Shut up, for fuck's sake. Jesus.
Good morning. I'm early this morning because I'm excited. I know it's not very professional of me not to turn up exactly on time, but I'm not even asked. I am that excited this week. Good morning. Welcome to Monday. Happy Monday to you all. And welcome to the show, Rise Up Show with me, your host, Danny Wallace. I hope you are feeling good this morning. I am feeling so good. I cannot wait to tell you all of the reasons why I'm feeling good. But first of all, I want to say good morning. Who's watching along? Come on in, come and get a cuddle. Let me know where you're watching from. We're streaming across LinkedIn. We're streaming across Facebook. We're also streaming across YouTube. Let me know where you are watching from. Give us a wave. Come along and say good morning, Joe Gilbert. Hello, my darling. Watching all the way from Lanzarote, international audience for the show at Rise Up Show. We've got the gorgeous Amy Blaney. Good morning, you little beauty. Hello, how are you? Fiona Bryan, one of our amazing Be Inspired. In fact, we've got a few of our amazing Be Inspired speakers for the new cohort joining us this morning. I see you, Amy Mantle. Good morning, my darling. We've got Be Inspired alumni, Diane Ivory. Diane Ivory off of the telly and off of the national newspaper, PS. Can we just celebrate the fabulous Diane Ivory's PR wins from over the weekend? It was fabulous to see Diane show up in the national press. It was amazing. We are so proud of you. If you do have any press wins, please do make sure that you share them in the hive so we can celebrate you. And then if you are in print, that we can go out and go and buy the magazines or the newspapers that you're in. Just allow us to get behind you and share these fantastic PR wins that you've got. Hello, Louisa Herridge, my darling. You've got something going on exciting today. What are you announcing? I want to know. I want to know if we can get an exclusive. Good morning to us, Sam. How are you? Where are my Barcelona babes? So this week is a busy week. There's a reason I'm very excited. I'm going to put my makeup on and talk to you at the same time today because as soon as the show is done today, I am heading over to Newcastle. I'm up into the northeast this week. I am heading on over to Atomicon, which is facilitated by the fantastic Andrew and Pete. If you haven't come across them before, they are absolutely wonderful marketing duo. They've got a fantastic company, and they also, they're really cool. They've got a really cool community, but they have a big immersive event kicking off with the Fringe event today over in Newcastle, and then the big official Atomicon day is tomorrow. Essentially their version of Be Inspired, only it's a little bigger. So I'm going to go and learn from some of the best in the business over the next couple of days. One of the things that I heavily invest in is my own development, right? It would be silly of me to be saying to you guys, invest in your development. You know, you want coaches, you want mentors, you want to, do the things, you want to learn, you've got to wise up, haven't you, in order to show up and rise up. So if I don't do those things, who the fuck am I to tell you got to do the same, right? What is this? Jess, good morning. Good morning. I'm afraid I can't stay, but I want to say our headline spoke right to me. I'm off to London today to run my first ever assembly in a primary school. Congratulations. It is so wonderful seeing your journey, Jess. It's only going to get bigger and better. So proud of you. Newcastle upon Tyne. Yes, Newcastle upon Tyne. I will be staying in the Jury's Inn at Gateshead. If anybody wants to hang out over the next couple of days, I will be available for breakfasts, dinners, brews, all of that sort of stuff, if I can squeeze you in amongst all of the fabulous learning. But yes, I'm going to be staying in Newcastle. I'm heading over there as soon as the show has finished today. We all want to know what Louisa is announcing today. I know. I get so excited when you lot are bringing things into the world. Honestly, I cannot wait. I cannot wait to hear more about it from the gorgeous Louisa. Do tell us when you're ready to share and we can all get behind you. So that is Atomicon. And what do I mean by comfort zones? Why am I stretching my comfort zones? I'm actually going relatively on my own. So I properly know, as far as I'm aware, just 2 people at the whole event. I don't know the event organizers. They know of me. I've been pitched to them in the past, and it's one of my sort of real goal gigs is to speak at Atomicon. I've got such respect for it as an event. So hopefully by the time I leave, people are going to know who Danny Wallace is. And that actually is a stretch outside my comfort zone. I spend a lot of time in here, out here with you guys. You all know who I am. You turn up with me, for me. And actually, none of these people know who Danny Wallace is. So this is like kind of, and it's like kind of not starting all over again, but building our networks. I've said this to you a million times before. Building our network is so, so, so important. We cannot be reliant on the networks that we are immediately connected to. We cannot. It's not what we should be doing. We've got to be building all the time. If you want a business that scales, a business that grows, and y'all know that's exactly what I want. So I'm going to be heading over there to go and network. I'm going to go and connect. There's some amazing people that are taken to the stage who I'm already connected with. So it's going to be brilliant to go over and cheer them on the stage as they are speaking there. Deborah Meaden's going to be speaking there. And I'm really interested to see her speak. She's the whole premise is that she's going to have a no holds barred conversation and opening it out to questions from the audience as well. So I'm really excited potentially to post some questions to Deborah Meaden. Your network, absolutely, Helen. Your network is your net worth, 100%. And here's the thing. This network, the IATQB community, is one of the best, right? So we want to go out and we'll find some more people to be part of the best. That is what I want. I want to bring more experts in. I want to bring more guests for the show in. And the only way that I could do that is actually to go and meet people. I'm not really a huge fan, not because I don't think it works. It definitely does. But I'm not a really huge fan of like cold messaging people. I really like to forge relationships with people. And then ask them, can I interview you? Like, I've got this thing. And if they say yes, then I like to tie them into that and get them actually to come on the show, right? So I really want to go out there. So my intentions for this week, is to make some really great connections in the external business world outside of our community, so I can bring them in and introduce them to you all. That's what I really want. Forgive me a second. I'm just looking around trying to find some sort of contouring stitch. Where is my contour palette? I don't know where my contour palette is. I have alternatives. It's okay. It's just a bit of a pain in the backside. Anyway, all right. So with me having a panic about my makeup. Do you know? No matter where I go, no matter what I do from here on in, I don't think you'll ever not get me like this. Just sort of like putting my makeup on and talking to you guys. There is a lot of things that are coming up that are going to be stretching me outside of my comfort zone. In the next few weeks, in the next few months, certainly within the next 12 months, but in the next 12 weeks are going to be absolutely life-changing for me. And today feels like a real start of that. So what do I mean? You're like, Danny, you change your life all the time. Like, are you not bored of changing your life? No, because I'm not there yet, is the short answer. What are you doing? Which side do you belong to? Probably this side, but you want to go over that side because you're a little rebel bit of hair. You want to go over here, don't you? You'll be talking to the hair like it's going to answer me back. So yeah, so it feels like kind of today is the start of a bit of a trajectory over the coming weeks, the coming months. So first up is Atomicon, and then next up, So Atomicon for 2 days. Going to bring some incredible people back here to the Hive, to you guys. Forge relationships deeper with the couple of people that I do know that are over there. Gemma Ray, who is just absolutely wonderful. If you don't follow her already, please do go and follow her. She is one half of the duo that is, pardon me, that is part of the Honest to Gob podcast, along with our very own Claire Morton. She's wonderful. She's a BBC radio presenter. She's an absolute lush human being. And also she is the master, the mistress even, of overcoming procrastination. So it's going to be really nice to spend a couple of days with her. Then I'm back Wednesday morning. Back early so I can see the girls. And then very early on Thursday morning, I'm going to Barcelona. I'm going to Barcelona, which originally started as a bit of a whim, and it's turned into something pretty amazing. So there are, I think, about 25, 30 of us going over to Barcelona on Thursday. We are all really super excited about it. We're all doing our kind of... can I just give a shout out to this, by the way? Before I went for Me and Deep, I had a photo shoot for a project that we're working on. I can't wait to share that with you, by the way. We're doing a really really cool collaboration. So we'll be announcing that when we come back from Barcelona. Before I went to go and get some new foundation because I needed a foundation. The one that I got was a bit yellowy and really, really drying. So I went to the Boots, and I got Protected Perfect Intense all-in-one foundation, which is meant to be dead good, and it's got a dead good SPF. And I was like, oh, it was buy two, get one free or something like that. Anyway, I got this, which is a lip crayon in, I don't know what color it is, this color. And it's like Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. And I'm here for it. I needed a good nude. I needed a nice nude. Everyone does, don't they? Want, every so often. So yeah, shout out to number 7 for that little bit of deliciousness. So yeah, we're going to go to Barcelona. And Barcelona is like a little bit twofold for me. So there's two really cool things happening in Barcelona. One is loads of you are coming to Barcelona, which is phenomenal. And 2, I actually get some of my cousins together in the same place. We haven't been since we were kids. We're only missing one of the girls. So as many of you know, Sarah Stone, and lots of you connected with the gorgeous Sarah Stone of Creative Feng Shui. She's one of my gorgeous cousins. She lives over in New York. She can't make it. But I have a few of my other cousins, and my sister is coming as well. So not only have I got some amazing get to know you time with a lot of you guys, I've got some like networking time, I've got some chill time. Denise, I'll tell you about this because I'll talk to you about that in a sec. So we've got not only have got some really great kind of not work time, because it's not really for work. It is and it isn't, because when you do something like that we're doing in Barcelona, where we just kind of go away with no real expectation of anything or each other than to just hang out with some nice people, that by default the creativity gets flowing and collaborations happen and all that kind of stuff. But it's going to be really nice to have some like real different kind of family time as well. So excited for many reasons. So I've got a spa booked with my sister. Me and my sister have not had any time away together. Me and Deep finishing off some stuff that we're working on over there, which is really incredible. We've got so many of you going over there. We've got a lovely and the most gorgeous dinner booked on Friday night, which is super exciting. But this is also pushing me out of my comfort zone. And why is it pushing me out of my comfort zone? Because I never expected this to happen. Bless me. Blew myself away. So why is it out of my comfort zone? Because it's something that I never expected to happen. So me and Deep were gonna just go away, the two of us, and then we was like, oh well, we'll open it up, see if a few people want to come along, and like little kind of mastermindy breathing space thing. And then all of a sudden, like 40 odd people signed up. Now, because of sort of natural attrition for things like this, people have fallen away, and that's really sad. But actually, still 30 of us going. And I'm like, oh, it's a really strange position to be in that it's not an event that I'm running. So what do you do? What do you do with that? So we're gonna host some bits and bobs, give some anchor points to everybody whilst we're over there, because otherwise, what's the point in us all trying to get together if we all can't get together? So me and Dee, we're gonna host some drinks and stuff, and we've got a beautiful night out booked on Friday. And then on the Saturday, we're gonna head over to Las Ramblas, go do some shopping. If anyone's feeling like chucking it in the fuck it bucket and just wants to come along, like do. Just book. All you need to. We're staying at the Sky Amelia Hotel. All you need to do is book a flight, book your hotel, meet us over there. That's literally it. That's all we've all done. It's so exciting, and mental at the same time. So yeah, I'm interested to see what the show Rise Up show on Friday looks like at the end of this week, which is just going to be an insane week, right? So that is still pushing me out of the old comfort zone situation, because I've not done that before, where I've just said to a load of people. In fact, I haven't had very many sort of like, in inverted commas, girly holidays before. I don't even know what a girly holiday really is if it's not for work. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be a laugh. It's going to be a scream. I can't wait. I can't wait for to get over there and go and see everybody. Some of my best friends in the world are going to be there. Is my sister, my cousins, you guys. Like, it's going to be amazing. So can't wait to get over there, plotting and scheming and doing all of the great stuff. But it is a little shifty outside my comfort zone. Terrified but excited. Christine, I can't wait to see you. I can't wait. We've also got Joe Gilbert. Joe Gilbert's going to be there. She's flying in from Lanza to come and see us and come and hang with us, which is brilliant. So there's loads of us over there. It's going to be fab. Some of us have booked spas. Some of us have booked like shopping experiences. It's going to be lush. So that's that. That's this week. Busy week this week. In between that, we're writing, like me and Deepa writing the sales page for the project that we're working on. What else are we doing this week? So by this week, my intentions are, so the point of this show is to share our intentions. My intentions are to connect with some phenomenal people at Atomicon and bring them into the hive to share with you guys. My other intention is to finish the sales page that me and Deep are working on for our project, so that I can share it with you when we come back. What else is my intention this week? My intention is to get out to Barcelona and go and connect with as many of you as I can, and go and give you a hug and spend some time. Actually, for those of you that came to be inspired, no, it's very, very busy. There's a lot of moving parts. I can't really sit and relax with anybody. So it's quite nice for this as an opportunity to really just chill with everyone and just be Danny instead of kind of being switched on Danny Wallace. I think that'll be quite nice. Then what is happening? So we come back from Barcelona. We are now, Be Heard and Be Inspired has now started, which is brilliant. So that's Wednesday evening. So I can't wait to hang with all of my Be Hearders and Be Inspired queens and king on Wednesday. And then there's some things that are happening in the background. So two massive things that are happening, huge, big, life-changing things that are happening in the background that I can't tell you about in this moment, but I'm really going to need your support for. So one is a big decision that I've made around personally that I would really appreciate your support on. We've got King 2. Yes, Helen, we do. The very first dude as a part of our Be Inspired lineup. And he is going to be incredible. We've got Tommy Powell. He's going to be joining us. And his talk is just going to be off the scale. So, yeah, really, really pleased to have a guy joining us this time, bringing some of that really nice masculine energy into the room. Because we love our dudes. We love we like nice people, right? So we like nice dudes. So very, very excited to have a guy on our mastermind this time. That's really cool. Mine is to get approval for the charity, for my dementia charity book. Joe, fingers crossed, we'll be sending all of the good vibes for that. No doubt that you will, that you'll get that. You are phenomenal. So what are your intentions? Tell me, let's share them. Let's set the week up let's start as we mean to go on. I feel like the closeout of this year is going to bring really big things for a lot of us, if that is what we are wanting right now. The energy, has anybody felt a bit of an energy shift? Has anybody felt a bit of an energy shift at the minute? Is anybody feeling like, instead of feeling depleted and nervous, is anybody kind of ready to ride the year out and hit 2022 up? Is anybody getting that feeling as we are heading into sort of the festive period? I'm really sorry if you're a bit of a bar humbug. I've got a confession to make. I don't know if you can hear Wallace snoring. He's not very well. He's asleep over there. He's not like a burrito today. He's just asleep. I've got a confession to make. Now that Bonfire Night's out of the way, in my mind, it's Christmas. So I did buy, so when we did the show last year, and anybody who's followed me for any amount of years will know Christmas is my favorite. And I have bought some attire for the show, because in the weeks leading up to Christmas, I'm gonna bring you some Christmas every day. So I started on my Christmas shopping for the show, my Christmas apparel, my Christmas appendages, which I'm sorry, not sorry about, because otherwise I'm a last minute Larry and I'll buy them all at the last minute, or there'll be nothing left and I'll be really sad. So that's not going to be the case this year. Not at all. So yeah, very, 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 very excited about the next couple of months. So first thing is a personal thing that I will be sharing. I will be sharing in a space at the side. It won't be a sort of a selling space or a marketing space at all. Purely a personal space for me and anybody who wants to either support me or learn about my particular journey where that's concerned. So I'll be sharing that with you in the next couple of weeks. I'm nervous to share it with you. I am nervous to kind of fill you in on what it is that I'm doing. But it will be very, very difficult not to share with you what it is that I'm doing, if that makes sense. So I'd rather do it in a really open and honest way. So that's coming up in the next couple of weeks. I will be sort of announcing to you guys what it is that I'm doing. And if anybody wants to come and share my journey, I'm going to create a little space just at the side, outside of the hive, where I'm going to be sharing my journey where that's concerned. So that's from a health perspective. As many of you now know, some of the tests that I've had have meant that I've had to make some very important decisions around my health, around my well-being. So I've stopped drinking. I've not drunk for a couple of months. And there's certain decisions that I've made around my physicality, around my nutrition, and all of that sort of stuff that I'm going to be sharing, but in a space outside of here. But if anybody's interested, do let me know. When I make that announcement, then I will let you know where you can come and follow that journey, because I think it'd be helpful for some people, and I think it'll be interesting. It's going to be certainly going to be interesting for me. Very interesting. The second thing is more of much more of I mean, I'm excited for the other thing for lots and lots of reasons, but this one is kind of more obviously exciting in that there is a huge big PR thing that is going to be happening, and I am going to be involved in it. Again, because of NDAs and things like that, I'm unable to tell you about that just yet. But that journey has already kicked off. It's actually been brewing for a little while now, but it will start properly in January. So again, Secret Squirrels, if anybody is in my Secret Squirrel group, what do I mean by Secret Squirrels? I mean, I have a little group of people that I tell stuff to, but not allowed to tell anyone, where we get ready for things like this. So if anybody kind of wants to know about that or wants to be involved, I did do a little, don't mention it on the comments, but in the hive, I did do a little post about something you might want to get involved in. That might have indicated my involvement. I don't know. but that is going to be kicking off in January. So it won't be immediately in the press, so it won't be immediately in the public eye where you can see it, but it will be in the next few months. So I am, from a I'm not selling you anything perspective, from a literally this is the big next part of my journey. There are lots of things that you are going to be able to follow that I'm really going to ask for your support on, because I'm not going to be able to do it on my own. Or I can do it on my own, but it's going to be really, really fucking lonely if I do it on my own. So it is going to be life-changing, game-changing. It's going to change things up in here. It's going to allow for different things for us to get involved in here. And I'm really, really excited about everything that 2022 has to offer. And that really, I feel like that really begins today. I really do feel like it begins today. Someone's just asking about this. This is my shit weather map. So when the show Wise Up Rise Up show first started, and it started in March 2020. So March 2020, when lockdown was first announced, I knew that there was a real risk of me not being able to get out of bed in the morning. I knew that I was just going to sleep in later and later. That was going to have a knock-on effect on the kids. It was going to have a knock-on effect on work. I was really leaving myself open to disaster. So what I decided to do was go back to my roots. So when I first started building my business, so really the first time that I, well, let's talk about life changes, right? So the 8th of November, today is the 8th of November, and it's quite an auspicious day. So if I go right back to the beginning, it's not really the beginning of my story. The beginning of my story as an adult, the kind of journey to becoming a queen bee. The 8th of November is a really auspicious day, which is why today, for more, and I've only just kind of realized this. Oh, it's hard to realize this without getting emotional. Wait a sec. You'll get it in a second when I tell you. So the 8th of November was the day that I originally was meant to get married to a guy who was a perfectly nice guy. He just wasn't ready. And it was my original wedding date. But this wedding date was set in stone. The invites had been sent out. Everything was booked and paid for, right down to the food, the dress, everything was sorted. It was just done. We were just waiting to get married. And some weeks before the wedding, he was like, well, I don't really want any of this. And he just left. So on the 8th of November, I had a non-wedding day where me and my friends all went out for a meal and celebrated me not getting married. It turns out, the guy did me a great favor. He really did. He did me a great favor, but at the time it was really sad. So that was the 8th of November. So the 8th of November, when it kind of came around again, felt like an anniversary of a death or something that I was grieving, especially at the time when I was feeling really vulnerable. The 8th of November, again, in 2010 was actually the date that I was made homeless. So if I actually go and check out my time hop, there's a lot of, well, that's it, all done and dusted, or, by West Park Avenue, because that was the house that I used to live at, but it was the date that actually the house was taken from me, not from under my feet, but it happened on the 8th of November again. After that, the 8th of November always felt a bit weird. It always felt a bit kind of strange. When I brought my book out, I Am the Queen Bee, last year, I wanted to bring it out on the 8th of November, but it wasn't a possibility. But then I didn't want to give the date any more kind of weight. I wanted to take it back. So I started to do nice things. So this is 10 years ago. I started to do nice things on November the 8th. I started to choose to move forward on November the 8th, which I know it feels like a bit of a funny old date. But then some things just started to happen really well, like in a really nice way on November the 8th, like today. So today, for example, I'm heading off to Newcastle to go and spend some time with incredible people. It's the start. I know today's the start of lots of brand new relationships with people I don't even know yet, people I haven't even met yet. I find that really exciting. Today's the day that I'm starting to share with you what has been a huge life-changing health decision for me that is going to start to come to fruition in the next few weeks. You know, I'm asking you guys to get involved. It feels like the start of something, right? So it used to be that November the 8th felt like an end to things, whereas actually now it always feels like the beginning of something. Something always kind of lands on November the 8th now that makes it feel like something to celebrate instead of something to be frightened of. So if I imagine if I'd have gone ahead and married that guy, I wouldn't be where I am now. If I'd remained in the home that I had, I wouldn't be where I am right now. So those big kind of catastrophic, pivotal, seismic, life-changing things that happened, I wouldn't be doing this thing right now with you guys, about to do all the incredible things I'm about to do, married to a really loving guy, mum to the most gorgeous Ivy. Like, none of these things would have happened. Dates are weird, they can hold you captive, but when you physically choose to make good memories on those dates, you see magic happen. 100%. Denise, Jesus, stay at home today. No, not at all. I'm going to go out and celebrate today. Instead of seeing it as a day when negative things happen, I just see it as a pivotal day. And back then, I maybe would have seen the big seismic changes that may not have been as per my plan to be scary. But actually, I know now I'm either winning or learning, right? I'm either winning or learning. Today feels like I'm winning. If I look back on the day that, you know, that house was taken away from me, I'm learning. What am I learning? I'm learning about finances. I'm learning about responsibility. I'm learning about taking control of my ability to earn instead of being dependent. That's what that was all about. Was really, I was scared of petrification. Petrification, being so scared I stood still, that I didn't do the things that I really wanted to do because I was petrified. Whereas now it's a real, it always feels like a beginning. It's almost like a new year for me now. That's fab that you've been able to make a shift like that. It would be so easy to just spend the day in bed on the 8th of November every year. Great lesson for us all here. Yeah, absolutely. Do you know another person in our community that does this really well? Tabby Kerwin. She lost her husband. Very sadly lost her husband. And actually the way that she celebrates him is amazing, like jaw-droppingly amazing. I struggled with the little twins' birth date for the first year. Then I decided to make it a good memory date. Yeah, 100%. Today you are winning. Today is definitely a Chufty Badge day. 100%. Absolutely. Today's the day where I said to you guys, I'm stepping out my comfort zone today, and I'm very excited about it. Today's the day where I'm saying I'm heading over to Atomicon and I'm bringing new people into our group, because that's my intention, is to bring incredible contacts and experts in here to come and spend time with us. Today's the day where I'm telling you that actually something really exciting is just around the corner with me and Deep. Today's the day that I'm telling you something really exciting and big and scary and life-changing is happening around my health. Today's the day that I'm telling you that actually in January, something massive is going to happen from a PR perspective. Wow, come on now. Come on now. That's like, how amazing is that? And I can't wait to share that journey with you. So please, please tell me. They're my intentions. That's the things that's happening in Dannyland. I really would love you to tell me in the comments, what are your intentions for this week? So we know Joe's. What are your intentions this week? What is this week going to hold for you? What if we get to Friday? We're going to hang out on Friday. I'll be in Barcelona. I'll be sharing with you what's going on over there. But when we get together again on Friday at 9:30 in the morning, what are you going to be celebrating with me? What we're setting up to knock out of the park this week? Let me know in the comments. And I'm going to write an email to you guys today along the lines of, what we spoke about this morning, how dates don't necessarily need to be things that we lament. They can be dates that we can take back the power from. You know, we don't have to be beholden to the past things that have happened to us. We can utilize all of that good stuff and allow it to make us strong. Denise, Totally get that. When we lost our house, went bankrupt, and we ended in temporary accommodation, it was so hard, but it all turned around, and I can look back now and talk about it and hopefully help others that are going through similar, right? So your story has now become somebody else's survival guide. My day is the 3rd of December, and it's actually thought of with gratitude. Isn't it funny when you take back control? Nina, your intentions: get 2 of my programs out, doors open by the end of the week. Yes, go and get them, Tiger. Really excited for that, really excited for you. I love the Danny Fix on a Monday morning, all the positive vibes. Yes, Mel, I cannot wait. She's going to be taken to the Be Inspired stage as well in March. November the Great. Yes, not November 8, November Great. I love it. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. So that is what I wanted to share with you this morning. I was really excited about doing that a little earlier. Sorry, it was a little early for those of you kind of skidding in at 9:30 thinking, oh God, they're already going. This, when I first started, was the shit weather map. So to get myself out of bed, in answer, it's a very long way of answering Denise's question. To get myself out of bed in the morning, I decided to, where I started, I used to put on my makeup and get ready for the work day, which is exactly what I did. But I thought, well, I'm going to make it a show. And what's a morning show without the weather, right? So I used to do the shit weather, but I didn't have this at the time. I just drew 2 triangles and a circle over here, and that was Scotland, England and Wales, and Ireland over here. And I just used to say, what's the weather doing? I used to draw like really shit, like like sunshines or clouds. And we came to the agreement that there's only ever 3 types of weather here in the UK. One is that it's cloudy or rainy. 2 is that it's sunny. So there's only sort of that kind of polarity. And 3 is the generic UK weather, which is it's a bit shit. And so to help me and everybody with our geography, this dotted line is the Watford Gap. So the Watford Gap is the line between the north and the south. Everything here is down south. Everything here is up north. Of course, unless you are in Scotland where everything below the wall is down south. But here is the Watford Gap. Here is up north and here is down south. But that is what the dotted line is. It is indeed the Watford Gap. It's for anybody who's watching from across the globe can kind of gauge when we talk about southerners and northerners. That is the division. My day is the 28th of April, when I left my ex with my kids and dog with just a few shopping bags of clothes. I never regret leaving and celebrate every year. And I'm so proud of you, knowing your story and knowing how much, of your story that you are going to be sharing with the world. You are such an absolute powerhouse for being able to do that. I'm so proud of you. I need to jump on another call. Fiona, we'll see you later. Love you. I roll with laughter at this story every single time. Cracked up how far down south, up north start. Anybody here will attest to the fact. This is where the accents start to change, right? This is where you're kind of hitting into Brum territory. And then here, it's like a new accent every 10 miles after that. All right, my darlings, I hope that has set you up for an incredible week ahead. Please do check in with us in the Hive, which is my free community. It's spelled IATQB Hive. It stands for I Am The Queen Bee. You can also follow me across Instagram at The Queen Bee Danny. In fact, all over the socials. Please do. I will be giving you peeps behind the scenes at Atomicon throughout the rest of the next couple of days. And I will see you on Wednesday morning, bright and breezy, for another show at Rise Up Show. Hopefully, I'll have a fabulous guest for you. When I say that, I'm hoping to sort of go fishing for somebody brand new to come and share with you. Intentions, love this. Mel, do everything in my power to sort out my tenanted property, get electricity reconnected, all the paperwork in order to get it rented out again. Send me positive vibes. That is what we're sending. Go and take intentional action. You guys are amazing. I'm so proud of all of us and everything that it is that we create together. Can't wait to celebrate with you on Friday. When you go and hit all of your intentions out of the park. Happy November the Great to you. And I'll see you all later. Take care.